My wife had no idea what she had found whenever she bought this. And in this video, I'm going to show you how much this item sold for and what details about this item to be on the lookout for so you don't pass up a crazy find like that in the thrift store. As well as I'm going to show you guys another 23 items that we sold today for an extra $800 on top of that sale. So stay tuned. This was a crazy find my wife had at the thrift store the other day. It's the second most expensive thing we've ever sold in our store, and it's the most expensive thing she's ever found at the thrift store. It's a vintage Patagonia piece. It sold for $540 plus shipping. It only took 3 hours to sell, and it is just a ridiculously cool reversible pullover jacket. So for those of you who are new to the channel, my wife and I sell full-time on eBay, and she just joined me about 6 months ago. And what's funny about this item is that whenever she came home and bought this item and showed me, she had no idea how much this thing was worth. I really didn't know how much it was worth. I had a good ballpark estimate. I was thinking it was $200 to $300 after looking at it for a second, but she thought it was like an $80 to $100 item. But the thing that gave it away to me was it being reversible was a huge thing, but also this nylon material looked really old. I mean, it looked really old. And so I started scouring the whole item for a tag because I was looking and hoping that it was made in the USA. And in this pocket was where the tag was, and in here, clear as day, made in USA. And so what I thought was that this item might be worth, $200 to $300, but what I didn't know is that this item is called the Glissade, and this is a crazy, crazy good jacket. This isn't the most expensive design there is. There's one more that's black, and it's a full zip fleece like this, and that one sells for like $1,200. But this one, they were selling in between $500 to $650. So we listed it for $650, took a best offer, and it was so funny. I mean, she's so proud of herself. She won't stop talking about it because it was just such a crazy good find. And I am so, so thankful that she picked this up, because I asked her, I was like, if this had been $50 at the thrift store, would you have left it? And she was like, oh yeah, I would have spent $50 on this item, but luckily that ended up being only $10 from Goodwill, and we didn't have to worry about it being $50 and her missing it. So the thing is, though, is that with this item, that it's really hard to look up because the tag has a style number in it, but whenever you look up that style number, it brings up things that are just not this exact item. So the way I found this was with Google Lens. Took the pictures of the item, uploaded it to Google Lens, which is on the Google app, and it scans the photo and pulls up things that are similar to that item. And I found the exact model style name, like the color pattern name, and that gave everything I needed to know about the value of the item. So I went on to eBay, searched that up, and just a ton of more listings popped up that were more like this item and exactly like this item, which gave us a good number to go off of for comping it out. So whenever you're trying to figure out things, if you can't figure out, what the item is based off of just looking things up, try the Google Lens, because that thing has come in clutch so many times for us trying to find out the exact item and names and keywords. And so yeah, what a crazy find to the beginning of 2024, day 2 of 2024. So let's move out to the garage and I'll show you guys the other $800 that we sold in the past 24 hours. All right, so we've got another 23 orders or 22 orders going out today. The first one's gonna be this pair of Prana pants. These sold for $23.99 plus shipping. Prana's a pretty okay brand. I'm still sort of learning it. There are some things that I know that are good, and there's a lot of things I know that aren't good. But if you see Prana, look it up. Some of their stuff is really good. Some of it is not so great. So just make sure you're looking up those things. Next item is a cinch shirt. So cinch we sell a lot of. I know the brand itself is about a 50% sell-through rate on their shirts, but our store is a 100% sell-through rate, probably just because we promote our listings and take really good photos of the item. But this item sold for $19.19 plus shipping. So it took about 3 months to sell, so like right on our 90-day mark that we're trying to aim for. The next item sold in less than a week. We just listed this past week. This is a Jane Barnes button-up shirt. Jane Barnes is really good if you can get their silk shirts. So the silk long sleeves do really well for us. This sold for $25.97. Again, only took a week to sell. That's about what we get for them, around the $25 to $35 mark, depending on the pattern they have. The crazier they look, the better they are. So next item is a Ralph Lauren quarter zip, 9880. This is just a just a solid blue Ralph Lauren quarter zip. Nothing too special about it. The special reason why we bought it though was because it was a 4XB, so a large size. All Ralph Lauren in their big sizes, the 3XLTs, the 4XBs, all that stuff sells super well for us. Anything big size, doesn't really matter what it is, as long as they're not pants or shorts, they sell really well. So next one is a Patagonia quarter zip. This one sat for a while. And the reason why this one sat for a while is because it had a logo on the front. We probably only paid a couple bucks for this Patagonia. It's just a solid, I think a solid black Patagonia. And it had this logo, a company logo on the front. So it just took a while to sell and didn't sell for a whole lot of money. 16 bucks plus shipping. But still, a couple bucks into 16, we can't complain about that. The only complaint is that it took like 6 months to sell. So probably won't pick that up in the future if we ever see stuff like that again, but now we know. So 6614. All right, this is a Mizzen and Main long sleeve button down shirt. Mizzen and Main still doing really well. We always buy it, unless it has flaws, obviously, because it's a dress shirt. It matters if it has flaws. This sold for 25 plus shipping. Took a little longer to sell, took about 4 to 5 months, but that's probably just because we priced it too high and it took 5 months of it being reduced in price to finally get to the price point that is sellable. But we sell Mizzen and Main all the time, so not a big deal. Love that brand, love their quality of shirts. If you see it, pick it up. Next one is a Travis Matthew pair of pants. We're in the winter season right now. People are golfing, it's cold, so a lot of golf pants are doing really well right now for us. These sold for $34.87. I believe this is one of their newer models, so that's why we typically only get like 25 to 29 for Travis Matthew pants plus shipping. But this one I believe is a newer model that fetched a little bit more money. So these actually also had a little stain on the front thigh area that was very slight, but it was still there. So next one is a brand that I'm going to advise against getting, and that is Barabbas. 7983. This my wife picked up whenever she started. It's just a button-up shirt. It looks pretty crazy, sort of like Robert Graham style of shirt, the flip cups and everything. It sold for $15.32 plus ship. But again, this is from whenever my wife had just started and she was still getting, used to looking things up and buying things. And this was one of those things I was like, yeah, that's probably something we probably shouldn't have picked up, but still sold, still made a little bit of money. That sold internationally too, so someone overseas must have wanted it, so it must be a popular brand overseas, but in the US, I guess not. Next item is a Robert Graham. So this one sold in less than a week. Just a crazy plaid pattern. Sold for $31.38 plus ship. So I think we sent an offer for that, and it was accepted for $31.38. Repeat buyer too, so I don't know if they bought something else in this order. I can't see that on here, or if they bought something from us in the past. But yeah, this is just a normal XL, crazy pattern. We love Robert Graham. We typically pick it up if it's a good price, and just a quick seller for us typically. Next one is a Peter Millar, 4756. This one didn't go for as much as we normally get for Peter Millar's, but that's just because there's a company logo on the front. O'Neill's is the company. Sold for $14.50 plus ship. Took a while to sell too. Took about 6 months. But we still like buying Peter Millar stuff. We buy a ton of Peter Millar stuff. We probably sell 200 pieces a quarter of it, and list 200 pieces a quarter. So love picking up Peter Millar. Love golf clothing, and that one just didn't do as well as our normal stuff does, but not a big deal. 1301. This is a zero restriction quarter zip, the Tour Series model. Sold really low compared to what we normally get for these. And that's just because it's one of our really old inventory pieces where we did really poor quality pictures and listings. So this is 12 plus shipping. So if I had relisted this with better pictures and better quality of the listing, whether it's like the title or, you know, just the measurements being more accurate or whatever, this would probably sell for, I would assume, around 20 to 25. But because it was just so poorly done with that first picture, I'm sure you saw that first picture is just really not good. So could have relisted it, got a little more, but we're just right now in the business of getting out the old stuff that was poorly done rather than redoing it all. So sold that for 12, glad to get it out and free up some space here in the garage. Next one's a new tags, Tommy Bahama. Tommy Bahama is a great brand for us. We sell through it 100%. This is just a simple polo, nothing special about it besides it being new with tags. It's got a $110 MSRP on it. It's sold for $45.33 plus shipping. So super good find. Probably paid $5 for that across the street. But yeah, just love Tommy Bahama. I mean, that stuff sells super well. There is the Patagonia that sold for $5.40 plus shipping. The buyer was actually out in Japan and he's freight forwarding it with a company that's located in California. So he bought it, it gets mailed to California, or sorry, not California, Canada. It gets mailed to Canada and then freight forwarded to Japan to him. So super good item we found there. Next one's a Viore. It's sold in 2 weeks. It's just a plain white t-shirt. On the back it's got some sort of graphic. I don't remember what the graphic is, but Viore is a great brand. If you see it, buy it. It's sort of the same quality as Lululemon. Sold for $25.97 plus shipping. I found like 10 of these t-shirts 2 weeks ago on one of the new racks that came out, and I paid like $3 a piece for each one of their shirts. I've already sold a couple of them, but still probably have another 6 or 7 left in that haul. Next item is a pair of Lululemon commissioner pants. We love buying Lululemon pants. We pay up on these whenever we find them typically because they just sell so quick. I mean, these sold in 2 to 3 weeks, 2 weeks really, $58.88 plus ship. And I mean, you know, we'll pay up to $25 on these, and it's just because they sell so quick. I mean, we might only make, you know, 20 to $25 on a sale like that, $58.88 from 25 after fees and shipping. But since they just sell like wildfire, we don't mind doubling our money or, you know, getting $20 for spending 25 within just a couple of weeks. I'd much rather do deals like that than spend $5 on an item and sit on it for 90 days and make $10 on it. So love picking up Lululemon. We sell it a lot in our store. Next order is a lot of 3. Someone bought 3 things. This is an Allen Flusser. Not a great brand, but it's really good if you have like crazy looking patterns, and all the Paisley stuff is 100% sell-through rate. So Allen Flusser Paisley is 100% sell-through. This one we picked up because it's a cool like coral reef pattern with florals. So he bought that with a Tommy Bahama and a Southern Marsh shirt. 8882. So he bought this 100% linen short sleeve button up Tommy Bahama. That Allen Flusser sold in 2 weeks. This one sold in about a month and a half. So he got that one, and then he also got a Southern Marsh that sat for 2 months, and this one was pretty cool. It's like a geometric Southern Marsh. Yeah, so this is just like a geometric Southern Marsh button-up short sleeve. So you got all 3 of those. Total was $72.65 plus shipping. So on our store, we have a discount. If you add things to your cart, you get, this guy got 12% off all of his items. And then on top of that, it automatically combines shipping for him. So just an incentive for people to buy more things. Usually almost every day we have someone who buys, you know, 2 or 3 things from the store. 4105. This is another Robert Graham. This one sat a while though. This is a 7-month-old item. Just a purple plaid, nothing super crazy. That's probably why it sat for a while, but it's still sold for $25.71 plus shipping. It's a great little sale. Again, we love Robert Graham. And as well as another Peter Millar sale, 8243. This is the Peter Millar featherweight polo. This took 2 months to sell. Just normal Peter Millar stuff. I mean, people say it's not good, but we still sell it really well, even though it has fallen off a little bit. $18.57 plus ship. Again, only took 2 months to sell. Repeat buyer, so someone who's bought from us before or bought multiple things in this order that isn't already combined. Next item is a older item, 3671. So these we don't really pick up anymore. I've said in the past video, these Peter Millar button-down shirts, unless there's Summer Comfort, we'll pick them up, but these ones that are made out of 100% cotton like this one we don't really buy anymore. Sold for $13.95. Sell-through rate on it's not super high. Obviously, this took about 8 or 9 months to sell, so just not a super high selling item. But still, I mean, if you can get them for $1 or something, then, you know, have at it. But I would just advise staying away from cotton, 100% Peter Millar, anything 100% cotton, unless it's geometric pattern, it's probably not worth picking up. This is another cinch, polka dotted cinch. Sold for 20 bucks plus shipping, and this sold in a week. We listed this last week, maybe less than a week, and it sold really quickly. We love cinch, 100% sell-through rate on our store, like I said earlier. Next item's another Lululemon item. This is a t-shirt, 9458. Alright, so just a normal crew neck Lululemon t-shirt. It sold for $29.99 plus shipping. It took about a month to sell. Again, we just pick up all Lululemon stuff if the price is right. It's the metal vent model. The metal vent model usually sells a lot better than just the other models that they have, but great find. Love the brand. And yeah, always pick up Lulu. 9458. This is a good well, oh, 9545. Wrong section. Okay. This is a Built jacket. If you don't know Built, it's a newer brand. Can't really see the tag in that, but it looks like that. Built is a really good brand. We sell all their stuff, their pants, their t-shirts, their jackets, their button shirts. This one sold for $65 plus shipping. I think we probably paid about 10 bucks for that from Goodwill or something, but great brand. We love buying Built. Usually whenever we find it, whoever donated multiple items. So I don't think we've ever found like one Built item in a thrift store. It's always been like you find one, and then there's like 3 or 4 more that are with that item, whether it's t-shirts or shorts or pants or whatever. It seems like people like to donate that in bulk. So whenever we find it, we find like over $100 worth of it in one sitting because it's just a ton of it that's all together. And so yeah, those were the 23 orders of the day. I think our total sales for today, the past 24 hours, was right around 1,400 bucks. So yeah, a really good sale day. That Patagonia helped a ton with that number, but if that was not included, still would have sold around 800 bucks for the day, which is still really good. So hope you guys enjoyed seeing this video. Hope you enjoyed seeing that Patagonia bolo for the year. I mean, that was a crazy find my wife had. And if there's anything you guys want to see in the future, let us know. And if you like the video, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you guys in the next one.